I want to tell you about one of my favorite mum hacks. This is something that I use every single morning for at least 2 minutes, and it really just helps me live a better life, if I'm completely honest. And when it comes to getting in shape and staying in shape, it's an absolutely essential tool. And a lot of people would not make this connection between this tool and getting in shape. But for mums, busy mums who are tired, exhausted, like under the pressure of the mental load, this tool is an absolute game changer, and I'm going to tell you all about it. So in 2021, I had my second baby. In COVID lockdown, it was a very anxious time for me because of all the hormones, having a baby, all that stuff. I had a 2-year-old at the same time, but also it was all the COVID stuff as well. So when I was in hospital, it was all a bit freaky, and it's not great being in hospital anyway, but with all the COVID stuff, like everyone in masks, it was just an anxious time. And I found myself getting sleep anxiety. So this, I didn't know at the time, but it means it's very hard for you to fall asleep, even though you're freaking exhausted, because I had a newborn and I had just given birth. But I also, once I finally got to sleep, would wake up pretty much every single hour, even if my baby wasn't waking up. So I would think that I would hear crying and I would wake up and I would go to him and he'd be asleep. It was honestly quite a painful, not cool time. I remember just being like, right, it's time for me to go to sleep. And I was really so nervous about going to sleep because I was like, am I going to be able to sleep? And then when I would wake up, I'd be like, am I going to get back to sleep? What if I get back to sleep and then my baby cries and I've only had 10 minutes sleep? And I was just in this kind of spiral of not being able to sleep very well and just not feeling myself anyway. Obviously, I'd just given birth and also having to deal with a 2-year-old at the same time. And my 2-year-old had just started having tantrums and meltdowns, and I didn't know what all of this stuff was. Like, he was my first child with the tantrums and the meltdowns, so I was kind of like, what is going on here? And I found myself shouting at him and being really impatient with him. I was also a bit impatient with my newborn as well, and things just I just did not feel like myself. I really, really struggled. You know, I was having some baby blues, and that whole thing of like having one baby and then finally feeling like I'd got a bit of my identity back, and then to have another baby and go into it again, but with a completely different situation. Now, I'm not complaining about, my kids. I love my kids so, so much, and they are healthy, but this sleep anxiety knocked me for 6. And I was a bit of a shouty mum, really. And actually what I did is eventually me and my husband, we got the Big Little Feelings toddler course, which literally saved our lives. I tell all my friends about it who have kids. I'm like, this course will save your life. Honestly, it really was amazing for us. But with the sleep anxiety as well, I just found myself in this spiral of just not being the mum that I wanted to be, basically. And, some people will be like, well, you just had a newborn, you've got a 2-year-old, cut yourself some slack. But I just didn't like who I was being. And I'm not sure exactly how I figured this out, but before I had my second child, I had been following this girl and doing some of her meditations. And before that, I wasn't really, that spiritual. I wasn't doing meditations or breath work or anything like that. I was kind of like, yeah, that's not really for me, that sort of stuff. But because I'd been doing these meditations when I was pregnant, I was like, I'm just going to start doing that now. And basically what I found was that if I did a bit of this kind of meditation or listening to calming music in my headphones in the morning, with obviously doing the toddler course to help me with my toddler, I slowly found that having that headspace, that kind of me time, even if I was with my baby, even if I was with my 2-year-old, I would still just put my AirPods in and listen to this calming music. It like soothed my soul almost. I guess I didn't know at the time, but I was solidifying this tool like into my life, that in the mornings, this is what I do. It calms my nervous system. It's an anchor for me to start my day and have a bit of headspace, me time. Yeah, make my heart rate go from like completely through the roof to just calming down. And now, 5 years later, I still use that tool every single morning. So I will either get up a few minutes before I know my kids are going to get up or awake. I'll put my AirPods in and I will listen to calming music. I'll do some breath work in through the nose, out through the mouth. I calm. I can feel my nervous system calming and like the cortisol levels coming down. Even if I do like 1 or 2 minutes, it's amazing. It's kind of like my body just knows, oh, we're okay. Sometimes my kids will be up, because I find if I wake up to mom, or like someone's got like, they're already up and they've had a fight or something, I'm immediately on the back foot. I'm very reactive to things. I haven't had that time to kind of go like, everything's okay. And yeah, I might do a bit of gratitude in that kind of like calming time as well, to be like, we're all healthy. Thank you. I've got a roof over my head. And I know it sounds a little bit cringe, but actually it's shifting your mindset into that kind of more like, not looking for things going wrong. You're looking for like, this is going right. It kind of sets a bit of a domino effect across my day, so that more stuff goes right throughout my day. And I live by this now. And, if you've done meditation before, you might be like I was before, like, oh, that doesn't really work for me. But this, I call it micro meditation, because it's like so short. You can literally do 3 breaths, in through the nose for 3, out through the mouth for 6, just to calm and shift your headspace, your mindset into a place where it's like, we're okay. We're going to be okay. It really helped me in that quite tough time back in 2021. Now we're in 2026 and it's still a tool that I use every single morning. Sometimes I get up pretty early just so I can do this. And if you've never tried meditation before, or you're kind of like, I don't even have 2 minutes, I can't get up before my kids, you don't have to do any of those things. You can make it your own. This is the beauty of it. And I think coming from I always say less is more with everything, really. Like, less can be more. Rather you do 3 breaths or 1 minute of this, or just listen to some calming music, then you set your day off on the back foot and like, yeah, you're feeling a bit negative about anything, and it's a spiral, because that was me. And so I know how that is. Because then when you look after your mind like that, not only can your kids be more responsive, and now I'm more patient with them, they're actually more likely to do the things that I ask them to do now they're 5 and 7. But for myself, I feel like I'm more likely to prioritize me more throughout the day if I've started off the day like that. So when it comes to losing weight, getting in shape, improving your health, getting more energy, just putting you first more. If you've done this in the morning, and it doesn't have to be first thing, but I do feel like if you do it in the morning, then it sets your day off on a better like foot, then everything can go just a little bit better. So next week, and whenever you're watching this, next week is Monday, the 3rd of August, 2026, until the Friday, we are going to do the Reignite Reset. So this is a little bit of what I call the micro meditation, but it can be headspace, it can be breathing, it can be whatever you want it to be, whatever resonates with you. It could just literally be putting your AirPods on and listening to calming music for 5 days. So if you sign up to the Reignite Reset, you are going to get in your inbox completely for free a short 5 minutes max meditation, bit of breath work, bit of mobility even. Sometimes people need to move their bodies a little bit of stretching, nothing like calorie burn or anything like that. Gentle, coming back to you, reconnecting to you, and then see how you are after the 5 days. So if you want to get involved with this, I'll put the link below, but you can message Reset to me on my Instagram, or you can get in touch via email. I'm so excited for this, because so many mums think meditation is this big thing that's like really woo-woo, but actually it's a tool that you can use in the way that works for you to help you feel better. And then when you feel good, the rest of this outside can be good too. So the Reignite Reset is going to run Monday, the 3rd of August. Get signed up. I'm so excited for this. And I really hope that you'll join us, and that you'll just see that this can be a tool which can really, really help you day to day in any way, but also can help you get the body that you want, because you're more likely to be able to do those things that will help you get that if you've taken that moment for you. So hope to see you in the Reignite Reset, and I will speak to you soon.